The 5 buckets a physician must have to achieve financial independence. So the first bucket is a pretty simple one. So if you're a salaried individual, the 5 buckets, the first bucket will be your CPP and old age security. What is that? So CPP is your Canada pension plan. This is the pension that you receive from the government after you've contributed into it for X amount of years. So if you've come to Canada in your 40s and maybe started practicing medicine maybe by your mid 40s, for example, what they'll do is they'll say, okay, well, how many of your adult years did you live in Canada and contribute into the Canada pension plan? Maximum being 40 years between the ages of 18 and 65. So if you come to, or let's say you started practicing and started contributing into the plan at say 45, well, that's 20 years between 45 and 65. What they'll do is they'll say, well, you've been here for 20 years, the maximum amount is 40 years. Well, you'll get 50% of the pension at 65 that other Canadians would achieve if they worked the full 40 years. So that's how Canada pension plan works. So you must put into it before you get something out of it. The old age security on the other side is a non-contributory pension. So this is the question the government essentially will ask is, well, how many years of your adult years did you live in Canada? So the other one is how many years did you contribute in your adult years? This one is how many of your adult years did you live in Canada? So same idea, same example. If you came, at 40, so they'll count that time since 40, not since the day you started practicing. So from 40 to 65 is 25 years. So they'll do the same thing, 25 divided by 40. And that's the amount that you will receive in retirement at 65. So that's how CPP and old age security will work. So that's your first bucket. And I guess the last thing that you must know about this bucket is that the government will give you your Canada pension plan and they'll give you your old age security and then they'll tax you on it, which is kind of weird, but that's the way it works here in Canada. Welcome to Canada. It is part of your regular income. When you receive your Canada pension plan and you receive your old age security income, you'll be taxed on that income. And I guess one question that I didn't address a bit earlier, I should have done that, is how much of the income would you actually receive if you were 65 today? Don't get your hopes up too high. It's not too much. But if you were 65 today, your old age security would be right around $600-700 a month. And your CPP, if you were 65 today, would be right around $1,500-1,600 a month. So altogether, then you pay tax on that. So that's your gross amount. Then you'll pay tax on that depending on how much other sources of income you have. So you might be left with about altogether maybe $1,400-1,500 altogether by the time taxes are in. Which is why we need to address our buckets properly, tax efficiently, to make sure that we're going to pay the least amount of taxes as possible.